Hey everyone, it's Melissa with the M Word. If you're new here, I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kiddos. I have a 7-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And this fall we will be doing 2nd grade, preschool, and tot school. We typically use Timberdoodle curriculum kits. We use a little bit of Pandia Press. We use a little bit of Bookshark, and I just kind of pull here and there depending on what I want. Sometimes we use a little bit from The Good and the Beautiful or from The Love of Homeschooling, or I just buy a bunch of books and make up my own unit study for the week or the month or whatever. So it just kind of depends what we do around here. We're pretty eclectic homeschool, I would say. We are mostly secular homeschoolers. I don't know if I already said that or not, so I wanted to let you know. And in case you hear a bunch of yelling, my husband took our 3 kiddos outside to play, and they are playing with water. They bathed the dog. I basically made a pool in our backyard when we don't have a pool. That is how much water they are using. So if you're hearing a lot of yelling, they are being watched. They are okay. I promise it is fine. But it is currently Sunday, which I've been trying to stop recording on Sundays and get all my recording done on Thursdays. However, for the next month and a half, my daughter is doing T-ball on Thursday nights, so our typical plan of me recording on Thursdays is not working well. So because her T-ball is at like the worst time. It's at 3:30, and it's technically coach pitch, not T-ball. So she's in coach pitch, and it starts at 6:30, and I think that's the absolutely worst possible time, because by the time she's done, we haven't had supper. It's already the kids' bedtime. Like, it's a mess because it takes at least, I mean, it's from 6 until 6:30, just getting the kids ready and in the car, all 3 of them, getting them there at 6:30 for a game or practice, and then we're home by 7:30, 8 o'clock, and now we still have to eat and go to bed, and my husband doesn't even get home until 6:30. So he works over an hour away. He usually works until 4:35, so at best he's home by 5:36. So it's not exactly the most ideal situation, but she really loves coach pitch. So we make it work for 2 days a week until it's over. I just wish there was a better time that they could make that. Homeschool update. So it is July right now, so our update for July. We are doing the same stuff we've been doing. We are doing an ocean unit study. I've got the ocean banner hanging up there. I pulled one from, I want to say it was The Love of Homeschooling. No, I just Googled ocean banner, and I found a happy birthday banner and just cut out just the pieces that were fish and hung that up instead. So that's what I used this year. We didn't exactly get our Independence Day study done like I wanted to. We went camping. The kids weren't feeling the greatest. It just became a very difficult situation. We got most of a book read. We Independence box that we bought from Knowledge Crate got here in time. However, we have a P.O. box in our town because it's such a small town, and they're only open from 9 to 11 or 9 to 1 during the week, and it was a holiday week, and it got stuck there. We did not get it until the day we left for camping, which was the Saturday prior to 4th of July. So we took it with us camping, hoping we would get it done while we were camping, and that didn't happen either. We didn't even get a lot of the relaxing done that we wanted to do while camping, because the whole reason my Independence Day study went all kapooey was because my husband's job was so my husband works for a fire department, and he got all these little coins. I'll see if I have pictures or something I can put up, that they were supposed to be labeled from 0 to 1,500 for him from his day job. And they gave him the coins, but they were not able to engrave them because the coins were too small. So he brought home a bunch of blank coins and had to have something done with them in time for the raffle for the fire department. So I went ahead and labeled one side with RDF. I just put RDF on it. And then the other side, I put the numbers from 0001 to 1500. I put the numbers on the labels, and I just used my Cricut to make permanent vinyl labels for them. However, I highly underestimated how long that would take me. So I started it 2 weeks prior to them needing to be done, and we ended up taking those with us camping. And the night before they were done, I was up until 2 in the morning finishing them. Like, it was a process that I did not expect it to take that long. Just even cutting the vinyl pieces on my Cricut took 20 minutes for my Cricut to print. And I had to print 4 different sheets because there were so many numbers and the RDF on the other side. I've worked with my Cricut for 3 years. I was baffled at how long it took me to do them. Then it also turned out that there must have been some sort of oil coating on those coins. So we had to wash them all prior because the vinyl would not stick to them with that oil coating. So we did have to wash every single one of those coins to make them work. We do have a few coins left though. And as you know, we are attempting to get our basement finished so we can start moving all of our homeschool stuff down there. Mainly for the reason that if you watched my homeschool room tour, we have boxes in my son's room, we have boxes in my room, we have boxes behind me, we have 3 different carts in the living room, we've got multiple totes in the living room, and it works. It's fine. Homeschooling with that is not a big deal. However, we do have a completely unused living room space in our basement that we've been using solely for storage. My desk is already down there. The goal was for me to start teaching down there. I was working for VIP Kids. I have since stopped because it's way early in the morning, and I also do the farmers markets, and I'm on a committee for our park committee, so I've been helping with that, and we've got a big corn boil coming up soon, and it's been a lot to also get up at 4 in the morning and teach until 7 in the morning. My kids are starting to not sleep properly, so I just kind of backed off that. So I'm not too worried that my desk is down there because that is my teaching setup for that. However, I do need my desk. I kind of miss it. Before we had my youngest daughter, my desk was in my son's room, and we moved it downstairs. Then it was in the living room, and then we moved it downstairs. A lot of our books for homeschooling from the daycare got pushed down there. Originally, we were going to use the room as like a theater room. Then we were going to use it for my daycare, so everything got cleared out. We were going to use it for the daycare. I then decided to quit doing the daycare and start VIP Kids. And then I decided recently that VIP Kids is just it's just too early. I can't keep getting up super early and going to bed super late. It's just a lot with small kids as well because they have me up and going around a lot too. So a lot of rambling about me homeschool wise, but that is why our independent study is delayed. But our basement is hopefully, I'm really hoping we can be down there by August. But the reality is I'm not too worried if we're in there by August. The very latest, I would like to be down there before Thanksgiving. That way we don't have to move. So for holidays, we host here at our house. And I mean, you saw the room tour, our homeschool room tour. You know how big my living room and my dining room and is. They're like the same room basically. And the dining room's basically in a hallway. And we smash 10 to 15 people in my house during the holidays. So we move all the homeschooling stuff in my living room and dining room, just set it on my bed, and it stays there until everybody leaves, and then it gets plopped back on the dining room table, and then it takes me like a week to put it all back where it belongs. So I'm hoping that at the very latest we are homeschooling the majority of our stuff in the basement. I'm still probably going to keep some stuff up here, like morning basket type things. That way we can move downstairs for like independent studies and after breakfast, and then we'll move back upstairs after lunch. And if we have to go back down after lunch, we will. Otherwise, hopefully we'll be done down there. But there is a TV down there. We have 2 couches. We have an entire wall with some like plastic, like garage shelving basically that I stuck in there that we've been using as bookshelves. We have a few actual bookshelves down there too. My desk is down there. I can probably show a really, please don't judge me. It's really bad. It's really bad. But if I have the video of it, I will show you how bad it is down there right now and just show you like the layout of the space basically. We recently decided to take so we were down there organizing and getting ready to paint. And last minute, I decided that we should take the wainscoting off the wall because there was a few spots. There's a bathroom down there as well where the toilet was the back part of the toilet where the hose connects to the toilet, so it wasn't sewage leaking, it was just fresh water that was going into the toilet was leaking on the floor. It was a slow leak, but it was seeping up into the drywall. So we had ripped off some wainscoting to replace that small bit of drywall, and we tightened the little nut thing that was loose to make it so it didn't leak anymore. And apparently the shower down there was never caulked. We've never used the shower down there, but when we took off the wainscoting to fix that little leak from the toilet, we found that there was a ton of mold. Not a ton. There's a little bit of mold along the drywalling from where the shower was at. And so we ripped that drywalling off and put some new stuff there. And that was a while ago now. But when we were down there organizing, I decided that I didn't really care for the way the wainscoting stopped now, since the wainscoting had gotten ruined. We threw it away. And I was like, well, let's just rip the rest of it off and just paint where the wainscoting is. No big deal. It was a big deal. We found a bunch of mold, which we didn't know we had when we bought the house. And I have no idea how long it's been there, or where the leak's coming from, or what to do about it. So my husband's fixing that. When he's done fixing that and putting the last little, we have leftover drywall, thankfully, and we have water resistant drywall. And when he figures out where it's coming from and we can stop it, he's going to put the drywall back up, and I will go down and paint because my husband's horrible at it, or he pretends to be horrible about it, so I do it. I don't know which. But that leads me back to those coins. There were some extra ones. So whenever we're done, my goal is behind the couch to like just put some of them up there. Our basement doesn't have any windows. It does have a like cellar door exit down there, and it has the stairway back up to the upstairs down there. But it doesn't have any windows. So I'm painting what was a dark green room white. We ripped the wainscoting off, so it'll be white from floor to ceiling. There is a drop ceiling down there, which we were going to replace to an actual ceiling, but I think the drop ceiling is a better idea, so we can still access anything if there's a problem. If we need to get to the ductwork or the dryer vents or whatever happens to be along that drop ceiling is probably better to keep. And our freezers are down there. Our deep freezers are down there. So the goal is to put those little coins, like just hot glue them to the wall, is my plan. Just to give some light reflecting bounce because there's no windows down there. I also plan against the one wall to hot glue our human body puzzle, which is right there. We got that from Timberdoodle. That is a Genius Games, by the way, and Genius Games reached out to me a few weeks ago, and they are sending me, I'll insert a picture of their huge human brain and human heart puzzle, and I'm super excited. Like, I'm so happy they're sending it to me. I've never been more excited to receive, I don't think I've been more excited to receive something, and I don't know why. They're completely correct. They worked with doctors and scientists to make them. Like, I'm so excited. So excited. So I guess we'll see how that goes, if that works or not. I also recently got Heron Books I was talking to Heron Books. They have like the coolest animal kingdom. We also got their independence learning activities book, which is just a variety of things for kids to learn to do independently. Got a ton of stuff from Osborne Books coming because you guys all already know I'm a sucker for books. Like, I'm just obsessed. Can't help myself. I don't know what's wrong with me. Is what it is. So my parents stopped by and dropped off keys and stuff since they're headed off for camping. So I am not 100% sure where I last left off, but updates for July. We are doing our ocean study. For August, I am still hoping to do our human body study, and then I believe in September, double check. September we're supposed to do our dinosaur units, but I think I'm gonna move it to January and do an animal kingdom unit study in September. So that is the biggest update that I have so far. Also, you're gonna see, well, probably already saw, a week-long collaboration with Ashley from Dash of Homeschool and a bunch of Timberdoodle reviews that are popping up before the 30th of July. That should be everything. Nothing too crazy. My kids all will have their first day of school August 1st, and with any luck, we'll be in the basement by November, and that's about it. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.